Hello, believers. Today, we travel back in time to an era of grand empires, powerful tyrants, and divine miracles. We are going to walk through the complete history of the Islamic Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, and the arrogant ruler known as Pharaoh or Pharaoh. This story unfolds in ancient Egypt, a land of pyramids and golden sands, around the 13th century BCE. The land we call Egypt today was then one of the most powerful civilizations on earth. All main characters are two of the most significant figures mentioned in the Quran. Prophet Musa, a man chosen by Allah to lead his people to freedom, and Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, so consumed by his own power that he declared himself a god. His story is a timeless lesson in arrogance and the ultimate power of Allah.
Imagine you are there, standing by the banks of the majestic river Nile. You see towering temples dedicated to countless gods, and you feel the immense power of a kingdom built on the backs of slaves. The air is thick with the scent of sand and the sweat of the oppressed. Living under Pharaoh's rule, where a single word against him meant death, is a reality you probably wouldn't survive. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to Journey with Prophet, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. In the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever visited the holy place Mecca? If you have, please comment with the date you visited. If not, tell us in which year you are planning to visit, inshallah. Now, wear your headset to properly enjoy the story.
Your story begins in a time of darkness and fear. You are one of the Bani Israel, the children of Israel, descendants of the prophet Yaqub. Your people have lived in Egypt for generations, but you are not free. You are a captive people, enslaved by the powerful and merciless ruler of Egypt, Pharaoh. He is a man whose pride knows no bounds. His wealth is immeasurable, his armies are vast, and his word is law. He sees himself not just as a king, but as a god walking among men, and he demands that everyone worship him as such. Your people, however, hold on to the belief in one true God, Allah, and for this you suffer greatly under his tyranny. The lives of the Bani Israel are filled with hardship, forced labor, and cruelty.
One night, this powerful Pharaoh has a terrifying dream. He sees a raging fire, starting from the direction of Jerusalem, the land of your ancestors. This fire sweeps across his kingdom, burning down the homes of his own people, the Egyptians, yet miraculously, it leaves the homes of the Bani Israel completely untouched. The dream shakes him to his core. He wakes up in a cold sweat, his heart pounding with a sense of dread. He immediately summons his most trusted advisors, magicians and soothsayers to his grand court. He demands an explanation for this terrifying vision. After much discussion, his wisest men deliver a chilling prophecy. A boy will be born among the children of Israel, who will be the cause of the destruction of Pharaoh's kingdom and the end of his reign. Fear and paranoia gripped Pharaoh's heart. He cannot allow this prophecy to come true. He will not let some unknown child threaten his absolute power. So, in his arrogance, he issues a decree of unimaginable cruelty. He commands his soldiers to go through the lands of the Bani Israel and kill every single baby boy born to them. Can you imagine the horror? A death sentence passed on innocent newborns. Soldiers would storm into homes, tearing infants from their mothers' arms. The cries of grieving mothers filled the air, a constant sound of sorrow across the land. It was a systematic slaughter, a brutal attempt to fight against the will of Allah. Pharaoh believed that with his army and his authority, He could prevent destiny itself. It is into this world of terror and grief that you are born. Your name is Musa. Your mother, Yukabed, holds you in her arms, her heart a whirlwind of love and paralyzing fear. Every knock on the door, every shout in the street sends a wave of panic through her. She knows that if Pharaoh's soldiers find you, they will kill you without a moment's hesitation. She hides you, keeping you secret, praying constantly for your safety. But she knows she cannot hide you forever. As you grow, it becomes impossible to conceal your presence. What can she do? Where can she turn?
In her moment of greatest despair, Allah, the Most Merciful, inspires her with a plan. It is a plan that would seem insane to anyone else, a plan that requires an impossible amount of faith. Allah instructs her through divine inspiration. Put him into a chest and cast it into the river. The river he is referring to is the great river Nile, the very lifeline of Egypt. The ancient Egyptians actually worshipped the Nile, believing it was a god that brought fertility and life to their lands. For Umedim, this command is a test of ultimate trust. She is being asked to place her beloved newborn, her entire world, into a simple wooden box and abandon him to the powerful currents of a mighty river, the same river that Pharaoh believed he controlled.
With a heavy heart, but unwavering faith in Allah's promise to protect you, she prepares a small basket. She makes it waterproof and places you gently inside, wrapping you in soft cloths. She gives you one last kiss, her tears falling onto your face, and whispers a prayer. She takes the basket to the edge of the Nile, a place where so many of her people's tears have been shed, and gently pushes it into the water. She watches as the small vessel begins to float away, carrying the future prophet of Allah. She instructs your older sister, Miriam, to follow the basket from a distance, to keep you in her sight without being seen, and to see where the river takes you.
You are now in the hands of Allah, floating on the very river that Pharaoh commands. The current carries your small ark along its path, not randomly, but guided by a divine plan. It doesn't drift into the reeds to be forgotten, nor does it capsize in the current. Instead, the river, an instrument of Allah's will, carries you directly towards the one place you would be least expected to find safety, the palace of Pharaoh himself. The basket floats towards the royal gardens, where the wife of Pharaoh, Asiya, is bathing with her handmaidens. She is a woman of noble character, unlike her arrogant husband. Her heart is pure, and though she lives in a palace of disbelief, her soul yearns for truth. It is she who spots the strange basket floating amongst the lotus flowers. Curiosity piqued, Asiya orders her handmaidens to bring the basket to her. They wade into the cool water and retrieve the small sealed ark, placing it before the queen. When she lifts the lid, her breath catches. Lying inside, nestled on soft linen, is a beautiful baby boy, you. At that very moment, as your eyes meet hers, Allah casts a powerful and instantaneous love for you into her heart. It is a divine gift, a protection placed in the heart of the enemy's own wife. She scoops you up and you immediately stop crying, looking up at her with innocent eyes. This is a love so strong that it will give her the courage to stand up to the most feared man in the entire world.
Just then, Pharaoh himself arrives, drawn by the commotion. He sees the child in his wife's arms and his face darkens. He knows immediately from your features that you are one of the Bani Israel. His brutal decree comes rushing back to his mind. This child is one of those he commanded to be slain. He orders his guards to take you and kill you, to fulfill his own law without exception. The man who dreamed of his downfall now holds the very instrument of that downfall in his hands. yet he is completely unaware. But Asiya, filled with this new fierce love, throws herself at her husband's feet. She pleads for your life with a passion that startles him. "He will be a joy to my eye and to yours," she cries. "Do not kill him. Perhaps he may be of benefit to us, or we may adopt him as a son." She reminds him that they are childless, that this beautiful baby could be the heir they never had, a blessing sent to them by the river gods they worshipped. Pharaoh, for all his tyranny and arrogance, is moved by his wife's desperate plea. He looks at her, then at you, and for a reason he cannot explain, he relents. He agrees to let you live. In that moment, Allah's plan triumphs over Pharaoh's. The man who sought to murder you becomes your official protector, your adoptive father. You are now a prince of Egypt.
But a new urgent problem arises. You are a newborn and you need a mother's milk to survive. The palace is thrown into a frenzy as they search for a wet nurse. One by one, the finest women in the kingdom are brought before you, but you refuse them all. You turn your head away, refusing to feed. This was a divine intervention from Allah, who forbade you from accepting the milk of any other woman. Asiya begins to panic, her heart aching as you grow weaker with hunger. Your sister, Maryam, who had been following you all this time, sees her chance. She had been watching from the shadows, her heart pounding as she witnessed these incredible events unfold.
She bravely and cleverly approaches one of the royal guards. "Shall I direct you to a household who will rear him for you and take good care of him?" she asked innocently. Desperate for a solution, they agree to hear her out. Miriam runs as fast as she can, her feet flying over the familiar paths back to her home. She brings your mother, Jochebed, back to the palace. When your mother is brought before you and takes you into her arms, you immediately and peacefully begin to nurse. The entire court is astonished and relieved. Asiya is overjoyed. She has no idea that this humble woman from the Bani Israel is your true mother. She sees only a woman who her new son accepts, and she hires her on the spot.
And so, by the magnificent and perfect plan of Allah, you are returned to your own mother. She is now able to raise you, not in a hidden back room filled with fear, but in the grand halls of Pharaoh's palace. She can shower you with her love and affection openly, and she is even paid a royal salary to do so. This was the fulfillment of the promise Allah made to her when He inspired her to place you in the river, that He would return you to her and make you one of His messengers.
You spend your early years under your mother's care, absorbing her faith and the stories of your people. Then you grow into a man within the palace walls. You are raised as a true Egyptian prince. You are given the name Musa because in the ancient Egyptian language, Mo meant water and Sa meant tree, as you are found between the water and the trees. You receive the best education the world has to offer at that time. You learn to read and write. You study mathematics, architecture, and the arts of war. Historical records show that Egyptian princes underwent rigorous training in things like archery and chariot warfare, skills that built strength and discipline. You grow into a powerful young man, known for your immense physical strength, your sharp intellect, and your noble character.
But you are living a contradiction. Outwardly, you are a member of the ruling family, surrounded by unimaginable wealth and luxury. You wear the finest clothes and command the respect of soldiers and servants. Yet in your heart, you know the truth. You are not one of them. You are one of the oppressed. From the high balconies of the palace, you look out and see your people, the Bani Israel, suffering. You see them forced into hard labor, building Pharaoh's grand cities and monuments. You see the whips of the taskmasters and the exhaustion etched on their faces. This sight plants a seed of righteous anger and deep compassion within you. A constant battle rages in your soul between your privileged life and your connection to your enslaved people. You are a prince of Egypt, but your blood is the blood of the Bani Israel. This inner turmoil shapes you, preparing you for the great destiny that awaits, a destiny that will force you to choose between the palace that raised you and the people you were born to save.
Your life in the palace continues, but the inner conflict grows with you day by day. You walk the halls of power, yet your heart is with the powerless. One day, you decide to enter the main city at a time when most people are resting in their homes, seeking shade from the midday sun. The streets are quiet, but the simmering tension between the Egyptians and your people is always just beneath the surface. As you walk through a deserted alleyway, you come upon a scene that makes your blood boil. You see an Egyptian man, one of Pharaoh's people, brutally beating a man from the Bani Israel. The Israelite sees you, recognizes you as the prince who shares his blood, and cries out to you for help.
That righteous anger you've carried for so long finally erupts. You are a prince, but you are also a son of Israel. You stride forward and shout at the Egyptian to stop, but he scoffs at you. In a flash of fury, you strike the oppressor with your fist. You are a man of incredible strength, and you put all of your frustration and your people's pain into that single blow. You never intended to kill him, only to stop him, but the man stumbles and falls to the ground, lifeless.
Horror and regret wash over you instantly. You look down at what you've done, your hands trembling. You didn't mean for this to happen. In a moment of panic, you pray to Allah for forgiveness, acknowledging your mistake. You know that if you are discovered, your royal status will not save you. Pharaoh's law is absolute, and you have killed one of his own. You manage to slip away unseen, your heart pounding with fear and guilt. The next morning, you return to the city, anxious and on edge, trying to blend in and see if there is any news of the previous day's event. To your dismay, you see the very same Israelite man you had saved, and this time he is fighting with a different Egyptian. You approach him, frustrated by his quarrelsome nature. Indeed, you are a clear troublemaker, you tell him. You are about to intervene again when the Israelite, fearing you might strike him as you did the other man, panics and shouts, "O Musa, do you intend to kill me as you killed a man yesterday? You only want to be a tyrant in the land and not one of the reformers." His words echo through the street. He has exposed you. Your secret is out. In that moment, your life as a prince of Egypt is over. Suddenly, a man comes running from the farthest part of the city. He is a believer, a member of Pharaoh's own family who had been concealing his faith, and he has overheard the court's proceedings. He rushes to you, out of breath, with a frantic warning. "O Musa, the chiefs are taking counsel against you to kill you, so leave the city immediately. Indeed, I am a sincere advisor to you." There is no time to think, no time to pack, no time to say goodbye to the mother who raised you, or the woman who saved you. You must run. You flee the city on foot, with nothing but the clothes on your back, and head into the vast, unforgiving desert, praying, "My Lord, save me from the wrongdoing people." You travel for days under the blazing sun, a fugitive with no destination. You are alone, exhausted and hungry, your past life of luxury a distant memory. Your journey eventually leads you to a land called Midian. This was a real historical region located in the northwest of the Arabian Peninsula, along major trade routes that connected Egypt to Mesopotamia, so it was a place known to travelers. You stumble towards a well, the central gathering place of any desert community, and collapse in the shade of a tree. You see a group of shepherds watering their flocks, a noisy and boisterous crowd. But standing off to the side, you notice two young women with their own flock, patiently waiting. Your innate sense of justice, the very thing that forced you to flee, now moves you to act with kindness. You approach them and ask why they are waiting. They explain that their father is a very old man, and they cannot water their animals until the stronger male shepherds are finished. Seeing their plight, you get up, your body aching with fatigue, and go to the well. You single-handedly lift the heavy cover of the well and draw water for their entire flock, an act of strength and chivalry that leaves the other shepherds and the two women amazed. You ask for nothing in return. Once you are done, you simply return to the shade of the tree and make a heartfelt prayer to Allah.
The two women rush home, amazed at how quickly they have returned. Their father, a wise and righteous elder, asks them what happened. They tell him about the powerful, kind stranger from Egypt who helped them without asking for anything. Intrigued by their story, the father sends one of his daughters back to find you. She approaches you shyly, a picture of modesty, and says, "Indeed, my father invites you, that he may reward you for having watered for us." You agree and follow her to their home. There you meet their father, whom many scholars identify as the Prophet Shu'aib. He welcomes you warmly and listens as you recount your entire life story, your miraculous birth, your upbringing in Firaun's palace, the accidental killing, and your desperate escape. The old man listens patiently, and when you are finished, he reassures you, saying, "Do not fear, you have escaped from the wrongdoing people." He offers you safety and refuge. Then one of the daughters, impressed by your character, says to her father, "O my father, hire him. Indeed, the best one you can hire is the strong and the trustworthy."
Seeing your noble character, the old man makes you a remarkable offer. He says, "I wish to wed you to one of these my two daughters, on the condition that you serve me for 8 years, but if you complete 10, it will be of your own accord." You, a homeless fugitive with nothing to your name, are being offered a home, a job, and a family. You gratefully accept. You spend the next 10 years in Madian, working as a shepherd, marrying one of the daughters, and living a life of peace and tranquility. You learn patience from tending the flocks and the deep humility of a simple life under the vast desert sky. After fulfilling your agreement, a longing for your homeland stirs within you. You decide it is time to return to Egypt with your new family. You set off on the long journey back, crossing the vast Sinai desert. One dark and cold night, you lose your way. As you look around for a sign, you see something astonishing in the distance, on the side of a mountain known as Mount Tur. You see a fire. But it's no ordinary fire. It is burning brightly, yet the tree it engulfs is not being consumed. It glows with an otherworldly light. You tell your family to wait, thinking you can get a burning brand from the fire to warm them or get guidance on the right path.
You walk towards the sacred mountain. As you get closer, a voice calls out, a voice that is powerful and clear, shaking the very ground beneath your feet. "O Musa, verily I am your Lord. So take off your shoes. Indeed, you are in the sacred valley of Tuwa, and I have chosen you. So listen to what is revealed. Indeed, I am Allah. There is no deity except me. So worship me and establish prayer for my remembrance." This is it. This is the moment your entire life has been leading to. You are standing in the direct presence of Allah, receiving your commission as a prophet. Allah then gives you your mission, a command that would make any man tremble. Go to Firaun. Indeed, he has transgressed.
You feel the immense weight of this divine command settle upon you. You are to go back to the very place you fled, to confront the most powerful and dangerous man you have ever known. Fear, a natural human emotion, touches your heart. You are not a gifted speaker. You sometimes struggle with your words. You worry that you won't be able to convey the message of Allah with the eloquence it deserves. So in this moment of intimate conversation with your Lord, you make a humble request. You ask him to appoint your brother, Harun, as your helper. You explain, "He is more eloquent in speech than I, so send him with me as a support to confirm my words."
Allah, in His infinite mercy and wisdom, grants your request.
He not only makes Harun a prophet alongside you, but also equips you with clear signs, powerful miracles to prove that you are not acting on your own authority, but as a messenger of the Lord of all worlds. He tells you, throw your staff. You do as you are commanded, and the simple wooden shepherd staff in your hand transforms into a massive, slithering serpent, moving with terrifying speed. Your heart jumps, but Allah reassures you. He then instructs you, place your hand inside your cloak. You slide your hand into the opening at your chest, and when you draw it out, it is shining with a brilliant white light. A light that is not from any disease, but is a pure, divine radiance. With your brother by your side, and these two mighty miracles as your proof, you are now ready. You and Harun travel back to Egypt and walk into the grand court of Pharaoh. Imagine the scene. The vast hall is filled with soldiers, advisors, and noblemen, all adorned in gold and fine linens. At the far end, upon a magnificent throne, sits Pharaoh himself, the man who believes he is a god. You, dressed in the simple garments of a shepherd, stand before him. The arrogance on his face is unmistakable. You deliver your message clearly and boldly. We are the messengers of the Lord of all worlds. Let the children of Israel go with us.
Pharaoh looks at you, a mix of amusement and contempt in his eyes. He recognizes you. He scoffs and tries to belittle you, reminding you of your past. Did we not raise you among us as a child, and you stayed with us for years of your life? And you did your deed which you did, and you are one of the ungrateful. He is trying to throw you off balance, to make you feel indebted and guilty. But you stand firm, empowered by Allah. You acknowledge your past mistake, the accidental killing, but you pivot to the true purpose of your mission. Pharaoh then mockingly asks, "And what is the Lord of the worlds?" He does not ask because he seeks knowledge, but because he denies the very existence of any authority higher than his own. You answer him with beautiful descriptions of Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the Lord of the east and the west. But Pharaoh is not interested in truth. He turns to his advisors and calls you mad. He demands proof. This is the moment. You throw down your staff, and it once again becomes a giant, living serpent. The court gasps, and a ripple of fear spreads through the hall. You then draw your hand from your cloak, and it shines with that blinding, beautiful light.
Pharaoh's arrogance, however, knows no bounds. He is shaken, but he refuses to believe. He immediately dismisses your divine miracles as nothing more than clever magic. In ancient Egypt, magicians held a very high status in society. They were respected advisors to the pharaoh, believed to be able to interpret dreams and wield supernatural powers. Pharaoh, therefore, sees this as a challenge he can meet. He turns to you and says, "We can surely produce magic like it. So make an appointment between us and you, which we will not fail to keep at a central place." He plans to turn this into a public spectacle, to humiliate you in front of the entire kingdom. You agree to his challenge. The day chosen is the day of a great national festival, a time when the whole city will be gathered. Pharaoh summons the most skilled magicians from all corners of his empire. On the appointed day, a huge crowd assembles. Pharaoh sits on a high platform, confident that his magicians will easily defeat you. The magicians approach you, and you tell them to perform their tricks first. They throw their ropes and their staves onto the ground, and by the power of their illusion, they make it seem to the onlookers that dozens of small snakes are writhing on the ground. The sight is impressive, and for a moment, you feel a flicker of apprehension.
But Allah inspires you. Fear not. Indeed, you will be superior. Throw what is in your right hand. It will swallow up what they have made. What they have made is but a magician's trick, and the magician will not succeed wherever he comes. You throw your staff. It transforms not into an illusion, but into a real, immense serpent. It rears its head and then lunges forward, swallowing every single one of the magician's fake snakes, one after another, until nothing is left of their trickery. The effect is instantaneous and profound. The magicians, the experts in this field, know immediately that what they have just witnessed is not magic. Magic is about creating illusions, tricking the eye. This was a true transformation, a creative act, of a power far beyond any human skill. They fall to their knees in prostration, their faces to the ground, and they declare in front of the entire stunned crowd, "We have believed in the Lord of Harun and Musa." Pharaoh is enraged. He has been publicly humiliated. His own experts have declared faith in your God. In his fury, he screams at them, accusing them of conspiring with you all along. He then pronounces a horrific sentence upon them to make an example of them. He threatens, "I will surely cut off your hands and your feet on opposite sides, and I will crucify you on the trunks of palm trees." But their newfound faith is unshakable. They calmly reply that they prefer the reward of their Lord over Pharaoh's punishment.
With his public showdown a complete failure, and his heart still sealed with arrogance, Pharaoh continues to persecute the Bani Israel even more harshly than before. And so Allah unleashes a series of devastating plagues upon Pharaoh and his people, while protecting the Bani Israel from them. First, a widespread drought and shortage of crops brought famine. Then, a massive flood destroyed their homes. After that, he sent swarms of locusts that devoured whatever crops were left. This was followed by an infestation of lice that covered their bodies and belongings. Then came the frogs, so many that they were in their food, their beds, and their clothes. Then the water of the Nile, their sacred river and source of life, turned to blood. The Egyptians could find nothing to drink but foul blood, while the water for the Bani Israel remained pure. Each time a plague struck, Pharaoh and his people would come to you, desperate, begging you to pray to your Lord to lift the punishment. They would promise, "If you remove the affliction from us, we will surely believe you, and we will surely send the children of Israel with you." And each time, out of mercy, you would pray, and Allah would lift the plague. But as soon as the relief came, their hearts would harden once more, and they would break their promise, their arrogance blinding them to the clear signs all around them.
Despite the 9 clear and powerful signs Allah had sent, from the serpent and the shining hand to the devastating plagues of locusts, frogs, and blood, Pharaoh's heart remained sealed in its own arrogance. Each time relief came, he went back on his word, his pride refusing to bow before the truth. He could not accept that a former member of his household, a man he considered his inferior, was a messenger from a power greater than himself. His tyranny over your people, the Bani Israel, continued, his cruelty unabated. The time for warnings had now passed. The time for deliverance was at hand.
Allah reveals to you a final command. You are to gather your people and lead them out of Egypt under the cover of darkness. This was a monumental task. You had to organize hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children, a nation of slaves, for a secret mass exodus. You passed the word through the networks of the Bani Israel, telling them to prepare, to pack only what is essential, and to be ready to move at a moment's notice. The night is chosen, a night of anticipation and quiet, nervous energy. Under the cloak of midnight, while the Egyptians are deep in their sleep, you lead your people out of their homes, away from the lands where they had known nothing but bondage for generations. You lead them towards the wilderness, towards a future of freedom promised by Allah.
When the sun rises,
Fir'aun awakens to a city in chaos. His advisors rush in with the shocking news. The slaves are gone. Every last one of the Bani Israel has vanished. A wave of pure fury washes over Fir'aun. His entire labor force, the foundation of his kingdom's economy and his grand building projects, has disappeared overnight. But it is more than just an economic loss. It is a direct challenge to his authority, a final, public humiliation. His pride cannot endure it. He roars his orders, and the entire military might of Egypt is mobilized. He gathers his best soldiers, his fastest chariots, and his most loyal commanders. He will not let them escape. He will hunt them down and drag them back, or he will annihilate them in the desert. With Fir'aun himself leading the charge, the massive army thunders out of the city, a cloud of dust rising behind them as they track your people towards the east.
You lead the Bani Israel as fast as you can, but your progress is slow. You are with families, with the elderly and the very young. Soon, your scouts bring you terrifying news. Pharaoh's army is closing in, and they are moving with terrifying speed. You press on until you reach a dead end. Before you lies the vast, churning expanse of the Red Sea. You are trapped. Behind you is the most powerful army in the world, filled with hatred and bent on your destruction. In front of you is an impassable body of water. There is nowhere to run.
Panic and despair erupt among your people. Their newfound freedom already seems like a cruel joke. They turn to you, their voices filled with fear and accusation. "Did you bring us out here to die in the wilderness?" they cry. "It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die here." Looking back, they can now see the dust cloud of Pharaoh's approaching army on the horizon. They can hear the faint rumble of chariot wheels. They are filled with the certainty of their doom. "We are surely overtaken," they scream. But in this moment of ultimate hopelessness, your faith does not waver for an instant. You stand before them, a pillar of calm and certainty, and you declare with a voice that rings with absolute trust in your Lord, "No, indeed, my Lord is with me. He will guide me."
At that very moment, as Pharaoh's army comes into full view, Allah sends you his final instruction. Strike the sea with your staff. You lift your simple wooden staff, the same one that became a serpent, and you strike the waters of the Red Sea. An incredible, earth-shaking miracle unfolds before everyone's eyes. The sea begins to part. The waters pull back, rising up on either side to form two immense, towering walls, with a wide, dry path appearing on the seabed between them. Your people stare in stunned silence, a mixture of terror and awe on every face. You lead them forward, onto the dry land where a sea had just been, and they follow you between the colossal walls of water.
Pharaoh and his army arrive at the shore, just as the last of the Bani Israel are entering the path. He sees the unbelievable sight, the parted sea, the walls of water, and his former slaves walking to the other side. But his arrogance is so profound, his heart so blinded by hatred, that he does not see this as a divine miracle to save your people. He sees it only as a stroke of luck for him, a convenient path that has opened up for him to pursue and capture you. He roars at his army to charge forward into the seabed, confident in his victory. His entire army, with all its chariots and horsemen, follows him into the dry corridor between the waves. You and your people make it safely to the other side. You turn back and watch as the last of Pharaoh's soldiers enters the path. The entire Egyptian army is now contained within the sea, between the walls of water. And then, by Allah's command, you strike the sea again. The great walls of water collapse. A torrent of unimaginable force crashes down upon Pharaoh and his men.
The sea returns to its natural state with a deafening roar. The soldiers, the horses, the mighty chariots, they are all engulfed by the churning waves. It is chaos and destruction. In his final moments, as the water closes over his head and he is certain of his death, Fir'aun cries out, "I believe that there is no deity except that in whom the children of Israel believe, and I am of the Muslims." But it is too late. Faith declared in the face of certain death, a faith born of desperation and not true belief, is not accepted.
Allah tells you that He will preserve Fir'aun's body, casting it onto the shore so that your people can see their tyrant is truly dead, and so that his body can be a sign for all of humanity that comes after. And indeed, the mummified bodies of the pharaohs of that era have been discovered in modern times, preserved for thousands of years, a historical fact that stands as a testament to this very promise. On that day, you and your people stand on the far shore, finally free, watching as the waves wash the bodies of your former masters onto the sand. The reign of the tyrant is over. Your long journey to the promised land has just begun. And so, the great pursuit has ended. The sound of crashing waves begins to soften, and the cries of the drowning army have faded into the immense quiet of the sea. You stand on the shore of your new freedom, the water lapping gently at your feet, washing away the sands of Egypt forever. The sun begins to set, casting a warm golden light over you and your people, the children of Israel, who are now, for the first time in centuries, truly free. The fear that was etched onto their faces has been replaced by a look of profound, exhausted awe. They look at you, their leader, and beyond you they look to the heavens, their hearts finally understanding the absolute power and mercy of the Lord who saved them. There are no more whips, no more taskmasters, no more arrogant kings pretending to be gods. There is only the vast open wilderness before you and the promise of a new beginning under the guidance of Allah. The silence is not empty. It is filled with the weight of the miracle you have all just witnessed, a story that will be told for all of time. The night draws in, and under a canopy of brilliant desert stars, you and your people can finally rest, knowing that the promise of Allah is always true, and that no tyrant is too great to be brought down by His will.